Hello everybody, this is Joshua Krieger at Creek Sports Talk, and here today I'm going to give you my top 5 wide receivers currently in the NFL. The reason why I decided to pick wide receivers is there has been a lot of top wide receivers getting paid this year. You have Julio Jones, he got 3 years, $66 million. Michael Thomas got paid 5 years, $100 million. And Tyreke Hill got paid 3 years, $54 million. So we're going to talk about the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL. Also, if you haven't, check out my top 10 players going into the current NBA season. Check out that video. And let's get right into this video talking about the top 5 NFL wide receivers. So let's start out at number 5. We have Tyreke Hill. Now, Tyreke Hill is one of the best deep threats in the NFL. He is also one of the fastest players in the NFL. This dude is a very good player, and also he's pretty durable too. I realize he did hurt his clavicle, basically it's your collarbone, and he's out 4 to 6 weeks, but this person has been durable throughout his whole career. And the reason, I know people might say he should be a little bit higher on this list, but the reason why I don't have him higher on this list is because he's really just a deep threat. He's not like all these other players where he's more of other players that are more all-around wide receivers. This person I view primarily as a deep threat, so that's why Tyreke Hill is at number 5. Moving on to number 4. At number 4, we have Antonio Brown. Now, Antonio Brown is a great receiver, don't get me wrong, but his off-field antics really, in my mind, hurt him in this ranking. If he didn't have off-field issues, I probably would have put him number 3. But because of his off-field issues, I have to put him number 4. Speaking of which, if you haven't, check out my Antonio Brown video. Check that video out. I will put a link to that in the description below. But here's why Antonio Brown is even on this list. He has been a very good wide receiver throughout his whole career, and he's always been a premier wide receiver. He can catch the deep ball. He can catch those slants. He's an all-around wide receiver. That's why I'm going to put Antonio Brown at number 4. Next, we're moving on to my top 3. At number 3, I have Michael Thomas. This dude got a huge extension this offseason. 5 years, $100 million. That's a lot of money you're investing in your wide receiver, and I think the Saints made a good investment, and I think he was worth it. This dude has caught 85% of his balls last year. That means if you get a ball close to him, he'll catch it. He also put up over 1,400 yards, 125 receptions. This dude is a do-it-all wide receiver. He does not catch as many deep balls as these other wide receivers, but the reason why is Drew Brees really can't throw the football deep anymore. So Michael Thomas, he focuses on football, and he puts up a lot of production at his position. He is at number 3. Now, at number 2, we have DeAndre Hopkins. Now, this dude has been a beast in the NFL throughout his whole career. He's been durable. He focuses on football, and for the most part, I feel like he's just a little teensy bit underrated, because the Texans have not been great throughout his whole career. The Texans have been an okay team. They have never been anything special. That's why I feel DeAndre Hopkins' talents have gone unnoticed. But what this dude has done is he's just been a very good wide receiver. He can catch the deep ball. He can catch that short pass. He can do any route in the route tree. And he put up over 1,500 yards last year. That's a lot of production. Also, he was rated in the top 15 in Madden's 100-player rankings. This dude is really good, and I think he is number 2. And at number 1, the best wide receiver in the NFL today is Julio Jones. Now, this dude is big, he's physical, and you cannot really stop him at the line of scrimmage. You can try to shove him off the line of scrimmage, but this dude is big. And he's big, tall, he's strong, and you really cannot tackle this dude. I remember watching the Packer versus Falcons game, and the Packers gave up like a 60-yard touchdown because they couldn't tackle this dude. That is how good this person is. This last season, he had over 1,000 yards, way over 1,000 yards. This dude is the best wide receiver. With like DeAndre Hopkins, you can kind of shove him at the line of scrimmage, and you can limit what he can do. But with Julio Jones, he's big, he's physical. You really cannot stop this dude. That's why I have Julio Jones as the #1 wide receiver currently in the NFL today. And that is it for this episode of Creek Sports Talk. Please subscribe, like this video, turn those post notifications on so that way you can get my video right away, you can watch it right away, and comment down below right away. I want to know in the comment section below your guys' top 5 wide receivers in the NFL currently. Have a great day, and see you in that next video.